That's how we get injury over time. So we're going to start out today with a band underneath the ball of our feet. Imagine that you're in water and you're on a float in the water. And the wave is underneath us, and the waves push us forward and backward. That's what we're supposed to be doing when we're sitting or walking. But we go like this because we're afraid something's going to push us forward and backward. That's how we fall down. That's how we get tight and tense. That's how come we can't breathe. You need to exhale and let go because you have water underneath you. And you can balance in that water. Sometimes you can go from one side to the next because the boat rocks one way and the other way, side to side. The boat rocks forward and backward, and the boat also rocks in a transverse direction, across and down and up. We have to balance in all three planes of motion. Transverse, frontal, and sagittal. Who cares what they call them? But it's all planes of motion. To balance in all planes of motions, you need to be able to go around your axis. So if you're on a flotation device in the water on the pool, you have to go around your axis, which is that spine. And it depends on where you want to go around in that axis, how far up, how far down you are. So if I want to go farther away from my axis, I'm going to have to inhale and support the farthest away, which is going to be the chin, the neck, the jaw, and the shoulders. So I have to be able to inhale. If my back is tight and I have no rear, I can't. Because if I inhale, I have to counterbalance and let myself have a rear to push down and hamstring to push down. So when you use this band, you can feel how to balance. Because you can start to also move around the ankles, move around the ball of the foot, move around the inner thighs, outer thighs, inside the knees, outside the knees, around the shoulders, around the neck. The hair goes all over the place. Do, 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 do. And you think of yourself as going from one side to the other in a circle, like a kidney. The same thing, instead of going like this and lifting your pelvis up, we want to go around from the middle of our body to the outside. Jump rope. We can't jump rope unless we have good mobility in our joints all the way down to our ankles, our knees, shoulders, neck. So now you're going to take the band and bring it underneath your knees and wrap it around. Right? We're going to stretch out the hip. We're still on that flotation device, but we slid our knees up. How? We inhaled. The water came up from underneath us, splashed us up, brought it down, went to the other side. Instead of lifting the pelvis up, the water splashes us up, down, 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 and then side to side. So in order to balance yourself. You have to have good mobility. That means around the joint, tendons and ligaments. That's why a lot of times people try to lift too heavy weight and they go in heavy and their muscle can handle it, but not the joint. So that's why mobility is very important, especially to everybody, to anybody. Even if you're an athlete, you have to have mobility, right? But athletes usually are younger, so their tendons and ligaments can withstand more. As we get older, we've compromised them. So that's why I say mobility is very important as you get older, and people don't stop. They come to a trainer and they say, you know what, I want to get stronger and I want to look fit for my son or daughter's wedding or whatever. Well, I can get you fit. Oh, and I only have a couple weeks and I want to look better. It takes a lot longer than a couple weeks, and then they get frustrated because the trainer, I know that if I give them the heavy weight, they can do it for a couple weeks, but they're going to hurt themselves. They say, give me exercises that I can do on my own. Well, you're going to do the exercises on your own and you're going to do them wrong. And that's why as a trainer, I don't like to give people exercises to do on their own because they do them incorrectly. Just think about the physical therapist when they give you exercises. They're hoping and praying you do it right, okay? But it's very hard to do it right because you can't, you're not as particular, you can't feel. That's why I said, suck it up, buttercup. Pay for the trainer, pay for the physical therapist beyond the health, what your insurance pays, and do it right so that you have long-term care, long-term health. Okay, so mobility is key. Do it slowly. Think about yourself as a boat in all different directions and let yourself go. Exhale and inhale and go with the flow.